Okay, we should be live right now. So yeah, I think yeah we're live right now. That's where we're gonna check our. Is it even gonna? Okay, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be painting a race car, and we're gonna be using the um, NASCAR Xfinity Series 2020 mod by Sim Racing Design, and we're gonna be since there's not very many Hondas, we're gonna make a Honda, and you can see on my desktop background. I think you can see there's a Honda there, and that was made and posted on Stone Racing. So most of this scheme I'm going to be painting here is going to be posted on Stone Racing. This is basically to help you get the feel of how to paint stuff, and yeah. So um, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up our live chat. So actually, we don't have live chat, so um, okay, we probably should have not made this not for kids. I wonder if I can turn that off. Yeah, I can't. Well, I'm sorry about that if you are watching this live. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I have all my templates in this folder right here. We're gonna open that up, and we're gonna go to NXS 2020 templates. I also have the GNS, the one by the GNS mod by NASCAR Fun Facts, but we don't use that because it's not as good as Sim Racing Design. That and not very many people use it, and it's just lower quality. But this is the GNS 2020, but this is the NXS 2020. And we're going to open that, and then here it's fictional, so and it's also generic. They call it. So we're going to close all that as this opens up. And there is our credits. Templates and mod brought to you by Sim Racing Design. On the template, courtesy by James Hodges, NXS 2020. So we're going to turn that off. Now we want our wireframe and our mask on, that way we can get all our alignments right. And our base color, now I've learned something that you never want to have it, you never want it to be, start out white. It has to be anything but white to start off with, and it kind of makes sense because the wireframe's white, but you know, in some cases it's pink, I've seen, and in other cases I've seen other things as well. So yeah, just if you're painting, you just want to start on a base that's not white. So um, we're gonna turn it black for now, and then we'll make it white once we're finished with the design. So now that we have that, we want to get our colors, and I usually get that from the logos. And we're going to go ahead and import our logos. So I don't know if you can see it, but I don't know if the stream will let you see it, but yeah, it probably will. But it will be in the logos folder, and I have all my logos categorized by name. And I'm going to scroll down. We're going to make a Blender car because that's the rendering thing I use for these cars. Now, I'm not going to go through and do a Blender. I'm not going to go through the render because it's going to take too long, so we are not going to do that. So I couldn't quite find the symbol, but I thought this would be a cool alternative. And if we do need the symbol, I'll probably just erase the Blender text from that and just use that little symbol there. But for now, we're just going to use this. And we're going to use this on the hood, so we're going to go ahead and drag that down. And here's the thing. So since there's so many layers on top of it, what you want to do is you want to press rotate and just click it, and then click your color codes, and you want to click this little thing right here, eye drop. I mean, you can also do the other guy. Well, actually, I don't think you can do the other eye drop if this will work. But you click that, then you click the colors you want. There's the orange, okay, and then you want the blue as well, and that will be the designs of the car. In some cases, you want many colors. You can just do this over and over again. It shouldn't hurt the quality of the image. But yeah, we're gonna rotate that anyway, but I want to scale it down first. So we're gonna scale it down to. Usually I scale it down to a width 500. Hopefully it'll work. Okay. I don't think that's gonna work. But, I want to see how this looks. And we're gonna do. We're gonna do 400. That should work. If not, I'm gonna be really upset. Okay. Actually, it should be aligned right. So you know what? Scratch that. We're gonna rotator. Okay, and that should be there. Okay, so we're gonna move that down a little bit there. So now we're gonna be working on the base itself. And this is the thing. So we're gonna we're starting on the hood.
Yeah, he did. He actually went out after.
And you want to go on the base color and zoom in here, that way we can get all right. And we're gonna see these wireframes are here for a reason. We can align everything the way we want to. So we're gonna do every little cross just in case to keep all aligned. If it's not perfectly aligned with your little cross thing, just do your best to make it look good, and for sure align it the best you can. Okay. And if you don't want to do all that, you can just like align it just with that. So, but I'm gonna do this because it just seems easier.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. We'll do the dog one, then we clean the kids. Yeah.
I tried to clean some of it.
Yeah, looks like you got most of it.
I didn't do all that.
Okay, and then we're gonna finish it up with just a little tweak there. That should do it. I'm just gonna make it close now. I do have another plan, so I'm gonna try to make these kind of close to the hood itself, and then we're gonna go path. I'm good, thank you. Okay. And that should be good.
We're in a hurry, Bubba. What if I stick our mic?
Okay, and that should be good. And you don't want to make it too close either. I mean, even if it's the slightest on there, you want to make it look as best you can. So that's our hood. So that looks good. Now we're not quite done yet with the hood, so
There's one of these, there's
let
only
me go
one.
ahead and press
Oh,
File,
okay, so
Export
you got
As. Go to the desktop. I have this folder for CV files specifically. I go to that, and I go to the mod that has the X file, and then I go card BMP, place, and this is just what I do for car viewer. Car viewer is very handy when you're painting cars to help you really align the car well and stuff, and we'll keep this up. I mean, we're going to use this a lot, or we're going to use this a few times. Okay, where is it? So it's such a, yeah, this is it. Okay, right in front of this whole time. Oh wait, no, we're one. I was right the first time, wasn't I? Okay. Oh man, I just did a NXS 17 car for this, and I'm a little confused. So that is our thing, and we get some key stuff there, and you can see those lines, they align right with this, so we're going to do the same thing to the fenders as well. We're going to paint the side of the car, and it makes it a lot easier, especially with these wireframes. That's why it's good to keep them on. And then you can just turn them off, that and along with the mask when you're done, and it'll be good and export it as a TGA or whatever you want to export it as. So that should work. So yeah, we're gonna go to our fenders now. Okay, so this is good. Okay, I'm gonna need a refresh. Okay, right next to the headlight. Okay, we're gonna zoom in more that way I get it right. Okay. Okay.
we haven't had one. Oh, the equals to it. After we do that. We get me first this time.
Now I'm gonna do something a little interesting, make it a little fun here. I'm gonna drag it out right here to make it a little bit more fun. That way it's not all perfect around the entire car. So that looks good. Then we're gonna do that. Bob Ross says the joy of painting. Okay, so now we got that side. That's it. Oh wow, that turned out a lot better than I was thinking it would. Okay, so we're gonna do the same to this side, just opposite, if you would. Okay. Okay. And if you want to mess with your driver, you can. I'm not really going to do that because it's really not the main focus here, but that doesn't take much work either. I mean, in fact, there's actually no wire on that, so you can just do your own custom thing. And they're along with the SNG 03, 05 templates, they have, or along with their X files, they have a driver thing, and I think that will work with every mod. I'm not 100% sure, but you can try that out. So with most schemes, I've noticed that the zoom to see the entire car is about 40. Okay, yeah. And we're going to export as to BMP, and then we're going to file refresh current texture, and boom, it looks good. Now you can see all that stuff, and we are all going to work on the sides. I have some ideas running through my mind, so okay, I got some good ideas for this. Okay, yeah, okay. I think I've got an idea. But but I'm gonna need the entire side open just in case I forget it. Okay, so we're gonna zoom into the side of the car now, and we're gonna do both things on both sides. And we're gonna see how it all turns out. Okay, so big thing, you want to see how that's aligned there. It is aligned right here, and that it's on almost all mods. If there is a hood alignment, it is right at the corner of the I don't even know what it's called, that area there and area here. Okay, now we're gonna add our path there, and here's my idea. I'm gonna put another one here. Okay, that looks good. And then we're gonna do it here, because that is the bumper edge. And we're gonna pull that out a little bit just in case.
It was good, boy.
I don't like it. It's not perfect, but I think it looks okay. Okay, now we're just gonna fill the rest of it up. Okay, filled up with the orange. And you notice we're not using. Well, I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, you could too, go right down.
Okay, now we do the other side.
Kentucky or whatever, then go down south to 24 or 5th or whatever, then probably.
Okay, that was actually perfect. And then do what we did here. That should work. Okay. Okay, so now we fill it up, or we finish it up. And now we fill path. And that's that. Now we're gonna export to card BMP. Refresh current texture, and you can see it's aligned perfectly pretty much. And I might have some issues with this, but I'm hoping we don't. I'm really hoping. That's a Discord notification that pops up when I'm on Car Viewer, but now we're gonna go to the back, and you can see perfect alignment for some more orange on the back. You know what? Actually, I think there's a little bit of an offset with the mod specifically, so might have a tough time doing that, but we're gonna try to get it right. So we're gonna really focus on this. So, oh crap. Okay, so what happens when you move the scheme is just you go to the reverse thing and press that top thing, that next thing to it. So, boy, I remember when I was painting cars and I started, and I was like, oh no, I just ruined the entire scheme. I didn't know that. And I mean, back when I started, I was trash at it, but still, tough break. You never want to do that. And sometimes you can't make crash. Or you gotta be prepared for the crashing. So, with that offset in mind, I'm gonna raise it just a tad. Over that wire. We're gonna try this. We're gonna export as BMP. And we'll see how it looks on here, if it aligns up well. Okay. Wow, I got lucky on the first try. So it's like a tidbit above the wire, and it's perfect. So since this isn't a path, I'm gonna have to give away my idea, but I don't know. Now we're gonna do this. Select border. We're gonna do border of. Actually, that's a good question. What should we do? I'm gonna do 20. Border 20. We're gonna fill the inside. Darn, I didn't really factor that in. Oof. Okay.
Just put it right over here on this.
We're gonna need to zoom in a little bit more. So we're going to do this again. We're gonna be aligning to the edge of the border. This is not fun, but with our case scenario, that is necessary. Okay, that should work. And sometimes when you do this, you can't just fill in, so we're going to go ahead and add another path and just something like that, because when you do it just that, it lowers the quality, and there's like scratches and stuff. There's little, yeah, it's just not a good idea. Oh darn, wrong color. Okay, now we fill path. Good lord, okay. That should look okay. Okay, we're gonna export as again. Hopefully, I mean, I think it looks really good. You're gonna tell there's an offset. It's obvious there is an offset because not everything else is filled. Well, that is what we are doing now. We are going to fill it. Okay, and we already have our path saved here. Now, when you export it as PSD and you open it again at PSD and you are wanting to make borders to your paths, you can't do that because they don't save the paths when you're exporting it as PSD. So it does not save the paths. So I mean, there might be a solution to that, but as of right now, I have not found a solution to that, and it's not really a problem either. It's a slight inconvenience. I really don't need to worry about. Okay, select border. Oh, and also you do path to selection. You right click and click path to selection. That's another thing I forgot to say. No. Oh wait, hold on. So, since it's not connected at all corners, I can just find where it's an open orange, which is a very limited area over here. We can just find that and then fill it orange. We're gonna move it. Okay. Man, it really irritates me when stuff like that happens. And I don't want to get the wrong color again. We're gonna fill path, and that looks good. So we're looking good here. Okay, now do the same over here, and that is our first path. Really? No, it's a second. No. Darn, which one is that? Okay, I think it's this one because it's number 1. That was number 7. I think that was just the path we just made to fill that other path. And we may have to do it again. Yeah, I'm almost 100% sure we're gonna have to do that again. But I'm also confident we won't have to. Well, hopefully. Oh darn, yeah, it's not good. So there is a solution to this. You click path. There's an area open here. You click that. You click on the path, and now we can open it up a little bit more. And that way, no issues. And that way, it should work perfectly. We have no issues. Okay, now we can close it. We're going to press that. Now we're going to do path to selection. Fill the paint bucket. Select. Border. Okay. Still not great. Darn.
He just flew. He did. And he jumped from the highest part. He just jumped right off.
Okay, now we're gonna try it again. Yeah, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna be really upset, and I would not understand either. Okay, border 20. Okay, it's looking really bright right now. And that brightness come true. Okay, it looks good. We're not going to go to our CV files yet because we still got our sides to do. Okay, that should cover the sides. And this is the sides, right? Okay. A little concerned for this too with having the same issue, but we're going to try and see what's... Yeah, no, we're not going to be able to... So we have issues over here. I was focusing on that. I wasn't even focusing on the other area. So we're gonna extend it out. You know, it was the stupidest all day I've ever had when wanting to. I'm hoping to God that does not issue with that. I didn't think of that when doing the last one, but didn't happen with the last one. So thank the Lord Jesus for that one. Okay, so we're gonna lower all these down to prevent any of the blue from coming in when we do that.
I don't know. Somebody made a memorial for it, and they had a sign, and they had a sign on the light post, and they had the memorial for him.
Hoping to God that works.
Yeah, the guy, the one that was always out there, really friendly and nice, cuddly.
I'm looking at that area, and okay, it looks like we got no issues. Okay, we're looking good. Looking good. Oh crap. Oh crap. You know what? I have an idea. I'm just gonna shave it off. Okay. When you zoom in a lot, you can get a lot more pixels done, which means you can perfect it, like literally perfect it. Even though, and not the mod itself can be perfected. Oh, damn, darn it. Okay, so it looks good now. Oh wow, that looks a lot nicer when I'm looking out like that, but that's fixed. Now to this over here. This has been a handful. We still got the front as well, so not out of the woods yet at all. So this is our puppy. Here's the plan. Yeah, same thing. We're not even gonna try. I already know it's gonna have issues. We're gonna zoom that out.
I see the guy walking.
Okay, that should do, and then we're gonna like totally file that out. Make that come out. Then we're gonna make that come out just a little bit. And this should be good for path 2 selection. Okay, bucket. Select. Border 20. We fill the inside. You can also fill the outside of it, but the scheme I'm doing, I do not want to do that. And it's okay. So now we last but not least, when it comes to the intermediate design, I believe is this. Where is it? Okay, is it this? Okay, now I remember. We did two sides. Yeah, I'm so used to doing one side. We're doing that. It's crazy. Okay, path 2 selection. Okay, yeah, this has issues as well. Okay. Did not take my advice on and I'm not gonna mess with the actual thing because that's just it's shouldn't
Tea kettle. She always boils water.
should be good for path to selection. Main bucket, select, border, 20, in. Oh wow, I like that. Select, none. Okay, now we go to the next one. I already know it's jacked up, and I predicted correctly. My grammar just died there. Okay, I hope this don't mess with the driver, because I don't want to jack that driver even though. Okay, now we're done. And this should be our last path. I'm going to go paint bucket, path to selection. Select, border, 20, boom. Okay, select, none. And now we're going to go zoom back to 40. Look at our finished product. I say it. This actually is probably one of my best schemes as of late. This is one of my best in a minute. And that's with black. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep it black. Originally, I was going to make it white, but I think I'm going to keep it black. But I'm going to experiment before I do any of that at the end. So refresh. Any issues? Looks good. Oh darn. Ooh darn. Actually, I haven't. You know what? Trying to think. I kind of like that. That looks kind of good. Yeah, I kind of like that. That looks kind of cool. That looks kind of cool. I like that. I mean, it's an offset, kind of cool. I mean, what can I say? Yeah, but I probably should have did the outside there. I'm not gonna lie. This is tough. No, there's no time for thinking. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it because I say it looks good. I mean, I don't. I'm not gonna condemn it. It looks good. Okay, so design is finished, if you would. So actually, I have another idea, but I'm not gonna put it in the play because it's already. Yeah, I'm probably not. Okay, so get out of the. We're gonna go to our materials tab. Blender logo is portion good. If we paint it white, it's still gonna show the badge, but it will still look good. So usually what I do is I do the numbers for the logos, and since Blender came out in 1998, we're going to do the number 98.
I just stepped on that water hose and it sprayed and hissed.
Okay.
I thought I just stepped on a snake. Yeah.
Numbers 98. Okay, I have three of them to choose from. All of them are trash except this one. This is the winner, and I'm going to do the border as blue because the car's the secondary color is orange, and the orange is kind of the third color, so third party color. So actually, I have another idea. What if we did No, it wouldn't look good. It would on the side. So we're gonna scale layer to. We're gonna try 375. Let's see how it looks like. Yeah, we're not doing 375 here. So, and for image quality, I go back and to original layer and okay, we're gonna try 325. That looks good. And I usually try to align it with the wire, with the connections there, and that it looks good usually. Usually looks good. So we're gonna move over here now. And we'll do the same thing, except we're gonna rotate. And you may think you need to flip because it looks weird, but on the other side, you don't really need it. It will look wrong. So this is the right side. This is the left side, and sometimes they're different, especially the default Kepler. Excuse me. No, okay, excuse me. The car is like flipped literally, and usually these are in the same placement, but sometimes they're not. I mean, every mod's different, but the majority of mods are placed like this, including the current mods like CWS 15 and Men's 19 by Splash and Go and Bullring. Okay, we're gonna scale that to 500. Majority of the time, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna scale that number to 500, and this doesn't. I don't think this is one of those times. So we're gonna scale it to 450. So not too big, not too small. And sometimes you want to put a little logo behind your number back there, right next to the driver name. That's totally fine. But I almost never do that because that makes the number look so small on the roof. So I'm not gonna do that. And most people think this is where you finish. Well, in NASCAR, in real life, most cars actually they actually wait, hold on just a second. Hold on a freaking second. Okay, is it on GIMP right now? Like, are I'm gonna go to YouTube real quick. I don't even know if it's showing right now. If it's not, I'm gonna be really upset. I just did a whole tutorial for nothing. I hope this pops up. You know, I didn't really go thoroughly through there. Okay, yeah, it's showing all of it, so no worries. Sorry to disturbance, but when I was opening it up on OBS, it was showing just that, so it's all good. Okay, so usually, I mean, if you want to open up a new number, you can, but since you're making it a lot smaller, it shouldn't hurt the quality. So basically, I go to the original number. I mean, you can go to any number, but or either go to the left side or roof, and I duplicate the layer, and I take it over here to similarly over the edge. And usually what we do is we put a logo right here and a logo right here, and that's what they do in real life as well. So scale layer to usually around 50, 75, sometimes 90, depending on your logo or on your number size. We're gonna do 75. That's too big. We're gonna do 50, and that should work out. Yeah, I should say perfect. And you don't want to put it too low or too close to the side. You just want to make it kind of like this a little bit. I'm gonna zoom in for you, that way you can understand it better. But kind of like over here a little bit, like not too low, not too far to the side, just kind of underneath the headlight directly. And sometimes you can use the second to far rightmost wire to align the side of it with. So, I mean, it's all your own thing. I mean, so you don't even have to put a logo there, but that's just something they do. And I'm gonna duplicate that. Now, usually you do the same size for underneath the headlights. And sometimes you find a difficult time placement for that, and you just want to put them kind of directly underneath the headlights. And it's almost 100% random every time when I do it, but yeah. So that's that. Sometimes when you put a team logo right on the other side, but since we're not really doing a team logo, you can do logo too, but the Blender logo itself doesn't really. One, I don't have the symbol, and two, the color is the same exact, and it doesn't have a border either. So, I mean, you can get one with a border, but I'm not gonna do all that. So, we're done with the numbers, and we did the first logo. Now, time for other logos. We're gonna go to our logos numbers folder. Get out of that. Scroll down to the B. I'm all the way down. J. Good lord. Okay, B. And Blender, where is it? Okay, so I have two logos for Blender. I'm not planning on adding any other numbers, but or sponsored, but maybe. Actually, Blender symbol has a little white in it, so we're gonna put a little white in the logo to make it look realistic. And because the logos don't look good on black, we might just have to end up doing. We're gonna scale out to 350. Sometimes 400, sometimes 300, depending on how long the logo is or how tall it is. It's all specifics, but at the end of the day, this looks good. Okay, yeah. And most of the time, I line it up with the right there, and sometimes it doesn't look good there. And you can put it anywhere on the side between basically the fuel and there, and it looks good. Yeah, and you want to do the same on the other side, despite not having a fuel entry there. So, duplicate layer for Blender logo vertical, and we're gonna rotate that because still it's the same. Okay, we can move it up, so I don't like moving it up, but if it does not fit there with your place at all, we're gonna have to make an exception. So yeah, and on the other side it fits well, but unfortunately it didn't really fit there. So we're gonna need more logos. I'm not gonna lie, we need more logos. I just had an idea. I'll test that when we finish getting the logos all on here. So, scale that to, most of the time it is the same as the side, about 400, 300, 350 or something. So, yeah. Rotate. And now we're going to add another logo and all this stuff, and sometimes you line it with wires like here. I'm not going to because there's an offset. I'm going to line it the best I can with the Honda logo. And I'm going to scale down, usually to like 200 or 250, especially with the rear. 225. And that fits pretty good and snug. Okay, so that is our main logos. We're not really going to worry about the front and back font because we're doing a paint stream now. If I was just doing this as random, I would put Blender on the front and the back, but I am going to go through that. You press your text, and there's different fonts out there you can use. I use stainless bold for all of it, even though I'm not supposed to, but I do anyway. And you just scale it out, type in what you want. Don't worry about the size of it unless you're like doing a number. But when you're doing your name for the banners, you just put name. whatever you want in there in text, like Z or whatever. Sometimes you need to move it down or to the side, and when you press this, you can just, now it's a thing, you can scale it down, delete it, and all that stuff. And you can now, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of layers here, so you got to go up in the layers, and you got to turn all that off. So I'm going to turn off the front and the back, and then you can add it. And you also have to put it up here. Remember to click and put it up here. That way it works, because otherwise it's not really going to be beneficial. So yeah. And I want to add more logos, but now we're going to, this is the finale. So we're going to see what it looks like white. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, it looks just as good white as it does black. It's honestly looks just as good. We're gonna go ahead and turn off our wire, since I don't think we're gonna be using that anymore. I don't think. And then we're gonna export as BMP. Okay, we're gonna refresh. Oh yeah, it looks a lot better now. Yeah. Yeah, I might have to show all the people that really probably gonna be poking me to death about these little things, but it's intentional, and it looks kind of cool, honestly. It looks like a little offset arrow a little bit. You can tell, I mean, it kind of looks good, you know. Yeah, I can't really say much. So I have one more idea I'm going to play out, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. So my idea is to make the front black. That is my idea. I think it might work out. See how it works, how it looks. I know that pretty much the whole theme is going to be white, but, well, actually, yeah, white. See how this looks. I mean, it gives more color variance, better. I have no reason to oppose it, even if it doesn't look good. Well, I don't even need to look at it to know it's gonna look good, and yeah, it's great. It looks pretty good. And this is a Honda for XS 20 mod, and that should conclude our tutorial. Now, I am going to export it, and then we're going to close the stream. Of course, go up to the top, turn off your wireframe and your mask, and then File, Export As. I'm going to post this on Stone Out Racing, or actually, you know what? I'm going to render it first. I'm not going to go through all that with y'all. There's other tutorials for that and streams for that. And press Export Replace, because I'm not really using that other TGA anymore, and then boom, it should be good. So that's that. And yeah, that's our second paint tutorial. I'm going to keep that open because I'm going to render it, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Oh wait, yeah.
Zach?